Hi guys, ako pala si Vince, and today we're going to be answering some of the questions that many of you guys have been waiting for a very long time. Kasi nga madami pong hate comments, mga very hateful accusations against me, and I'm gonna try to clear them up. This is gonna be a very unfiltered video. Sasabihin ko na pa yung mga kung ano pa yung point of view ko sa reviews and sa mga issues na nagaganap po sa aking channel. I will answer them today. Siyempre, maraming nagsasabi sa akin na biased daw ako. Is that really true, Vince, that you're a sellout, a promodizer? Well, ito na. Biased pa talaga ako? The answer is... Now, before I answer that question, siyempre, ito na po. Sasagutin natin lahat ng mga tanong nito. Ito lahat yun. Yan. So, biased ba ako? And lahat ba sinasabi ko is okay? Walang pangit? Sana yung pros and cons? Bayad ba kami? Lahat na lang maganda, sulit, walang pangit? Well, here it is. First question, bakit lahat na lang sa'yo sulit? Well, kung mapasin nyo guys, yung mga reviews ko talaga ay piling-pili lang talaga. Kung ano yung mga cellphones na for me is actually very good. I handpicked these smartphones na lumalabas sa market ngayon to review kasi nga, that is how I feel na magbibigay talaga na sulit na value for the viewers. Well, actually, I don't review other brands na medyo mataas yung pricing. Alam ng mga brands na yan and hindi gagana yung kanilang phone sa aking review. For example, hindi ako masyado nag-review ng mga Oppo phones, Samsung phones kasi nga medyo over. And hindi ganun kaganda yung kanilang specs for the price given. So, yun na naman. Oppo A series, hindi ako masyado. Pero yung Reno, medyo okay siya. Samsung medyo mataas talaga kasi nga dahil din sa branding nila. Pero kasi mas marami pang mas maganda dyan talaga. Lumalabas lang talaga na sulit lahat kasi nga yun yung mga feeling ko na talaga maganda for the viewers. Kasi talagang solid yung kanilang specs for the price. Kaya lang, Vince, bakit di ka nagre-review ng iQ8, iQ9? Ang sulit nun. Mga Google Pixel, bakit di ka nagre-review nun, Vince? Sulit yun. Well, actually, ina-avoid ko na yung mga ganong klaseng phones for now. Not unless na lalabas talaga sila sa Pilipinas kasi right now, they are not official in our country. No? It means, yung mga phones na ganon, nabibili nyo sa online ay smuggled lang po. Marami pong vloggers ang nag-reach out sa akin, Vince, what are you doing? Hindi po nagbabayad ng tax yung mga yan. Medyo nag-react nga sila dun sa Redmi K70 ko na video. And that's right, na-realize ko, totoo yun. Kaya po mura sila kasi wala pong tax. Di dumadaan sa customs. And it's not good for the economy. And of course, yung kanilang after sales. Paano na yung warranty nyo guys? No? After some time, pag nasira yan, na lang kayo. Or Green Hills. Kasi gray market din si Green Hills. That's also one of the main reasons kung bakit wala tayong Apple Store in our country and overpriced din po yung mga Apple products sa Beyond the Box, sa Power Mac Center. Kasi nga, wala tayong official dito. Ini-import pa siya. Kasi nga, based on the data no, na nakikita ni Apple, parang hindi to yung tamang market na magbenta ng mga iPhone, mga ano. Kasi nga, lahat bumibili sa Green Hills, no? Gray market, no? Hindi naman yan nanggaling kay Apple, guys. Binili nila sa Hong Kong, sa ibang lugar, kay Papa Jack. And most of them are smuggled. So, kaya po mura, mas mura sila kaysa official. And people really do consider buying sa Green Hills. Kaya lang kasi, ayun nga, when we buy on these unofficial channels, the official mismo will not consider us because it's not gonna be profitable. Now for me, it's actually totally okay to buy gray market phones as long as hindi mo talaga siya mabibili dito sa ating bansa. Wala po siyang official dito. Pero kasi kung may official na dito ka na lang bumili guys. Wag na yung gray market. For example, si iQ, di ba? Si iQ 8 and 9 ay mabibili mo lang sa Lazada and Shopee and you actually want to experience that product. Ako nga, bumibili ako sa Amazon ng mga products kasi hindi lahat ng mga products or brands ay available sa ating bansa. So I have to buy them off of Amazon. Simply because hindi sila pumunta sa ating bansa. No? Gusto ko lang kasi ma-experience yung phone, ma-review siguro mga ganun. But it's totally okay, no? Nasa iyo naman yan. Pero kasi kung may official tayo dito na lang tayo para mas ma-support natin yung mga legit na may trabaho, na naka-register talaga, na nagbabayad ng tax, good for the economy, good for our future. Walang pros and cons. Puro na lang maganda. Well, and the processor that's powering all of this is the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chip. So powerful, but bakit ka pa magaganito? Kung meron naman mga mid-range na meron na Snapdragon 1 na mas mura, ito pa. Yun nga lang, needs more optimization for extra frame rates dito sa kanyang settings. I believe it can do more. Make it happen, Infinix. Please lang. At ito pa. But yes, this is a 720p display, so don't expect too much on the sharpness of the pictures. Of course, yeah, naglaro ka ng ultra graphics. Most of the time, it's actually smooth, but kapag nagka-clash, napansin na may konting frame drops lang here and there. Pero siguro hindi pa na-optimize to masyado ni ITEL. Actually, I do say the cons. Baka siguro hindi lang kayo nakaabot sa dulo ng video ko or baka na-ini-skip nyo and things like that. But I really do say it. But, meron pa tayong mga limitations. That's right.
Okay.
Pero ito, to give you an idea on what actually happens when a new product comes out. Kasi guys, itong mga brands na to, they wanna control their marketing. They want to control the media as much as possible. And they do it using what we call an embargo. Ang isang embargo ay isang agreement between two entities. In our case, the brand and kaming mga media or unboxers. Meron kaming isasign na contract na bawal daw mag-release ng ganitong klaseng information in this period of time. And within this period is what they call the campaign period. Although syempre, pwede mo pa rin i-criticize yung design, yung camera, yung processor, and things like that. Pero ito guys, itong privilege to be able to get the phones firsthand also depends on your relationship with the brand. Now for me, as much as possible, sinasabi ko talaga yung mga thoughts ko, mga pros and cons. And if sometimes hindi po rin siyang sabihin, I actually say it in a very sarcastic way para malaman nyo na ito, hindi to okay. Ito naman, can be improved on, and things like that. For most brands, okay na naman na meron silang cons sa kanilang product. Pero you have to deliver it in a way na very professional yung dating niya. Hindi pwedeng parang, ang pangit ng kanyang design, basura. Ano bang iniisip nyo? May mga utak ba kayo, yung mga designer nyo, engineer? Galingan nyo naman. Bigyan nyo kami ng rason para bumili ng mga produkto nyo.
Huwag kayo iiyak.
Guys, hindi dapat kami ganun mag-review, okay? So, you have to be professional. Hindi po to bardagulan. So, ano ba yung mga information na bawal namin sabihin within this time frame? Pwede ka magsabi ng mga pros and cons, pero ito yung mga bawal. Usually, yung benchmarks and yung kanyang pricing. Yung pricing kasi guys, hindi pa yan final. Sometimes, last minute na yan pinag-iisipan ng brand. At malaking impact kasi sa brand yung pagkasabi ng sales. Pagka nagkamali, baka kasi magkaroon ng confusion, malugi sila, hindi competitive yung pricing, mga things like that. Kasi sometimes marami silang kasabay na competition during their launch. Like for example, that is si Realme 3 ata, naglabas siya una, tapos hinintay ata ni Xiaomi yung kanyang pricing bago siya maglabas ng kanyang sariling pricing for its Redmi Note 7. At nagalit po si Xiaomi sa akin sa statement na yun, nag-post kasi ako ng ganun. At hindi na nila ako pinansin for 2 years. That is until I reviewed some of their phones and naging positive ng konti mga reviews ko for their phones. Marami na ako actually brands na nabangga for the past few years. And sa akin okay na naman. Pero kasi ang nagiging problem is yung sa audience ko. They're actually looking for the review agad ng phone when it, siguro sa ads, siguro sa hawak na celebrity. They want to know more about the phone, more information about it, not necessarily the full review. And that's the value of it. No? For example, yung Honor X9B, may campaign sila. Maraming influencers na nag-cover nun and they actually want to know more about the product and not only yung pag-smash test and drop test. So meaning, I am giving less value if lagi tayong nalilate. And the only way I'll be able to sustain this, to give you value, is to have a good relationship with the brand. But I do actually have full reviews na dun talaga, complete information with benchmarks pa. And yes, I say it everything, no? Minsan nababad trip yung brand pero it's still okay for them kasi nga, in the long run, yung relationship namin trumps everything. Trumps ego, trumps pride. Sinasabi ko talaga sa nila, this is what I think about the product, take it or leave it. Ito yung value ko. Pero syempre, no, kailangan natin sundin yung kanilang rules. Hindi pwedeng basta-basta tayo maglabas ng ganito, ganyan, and be naughty with them. Kasi nga, once na maging hindi tayo okay with them, wala na po tayong phones to review. And I wouldn't be able to sustain all of this. Medyo mahal po bumili kasi, well, actually, tech is one of the most difficult channels. Kung mapapansin nyo, wala na masyadong lumabas na major reviewer in YouTube for the past few years. Kasi nga, medyo steep ang requirements. Kasi nga, bibili ka pa ng phone, magandang camera, kailangan crisp lahat ng mga lighting mo, ng cameras, kailangan crisp yung mga videos. And feeling ko, nalalaos na rin yung reviews. Look at my views, guys. Compared to last year, mas marami akong views last year, this year. Yan, so everybody's falling apart here in YouTube. That's why nakita nyo ako madalas sa TikTok na din. Because that's how it is, you know? You have to do what it takes to survive. Now, I try as much as possible to have a good relationship with the brand kasi nga, I will not be able to sustain my channel. Kasi if nalilate po tayo mag-review, nobody will watch it anymore. And that's why I am imploring you, I'm inviting you to watch the other reviewers as well. Huwag pong titigil sa akin. Totoo po yun. Huwag kayong bumili agad. Huwag kayong mag-pre-order po agad. Hintayin nyo po yung mga ibang reviewers na kunin yung actual na unit of the stores and have their own review. With that, you're gonna be able to look for other value. For example, kung kulang yung mga videos and photos na pinakita ko, kulang pa kayo sa information, other channels might actually provide you with extra information, extra pictures, more scenarios para mas informed yung inyong decision. Or kung mahilig sa games, may mga specific channels who actually test all the games. There are specific channels for that. Yung sa channel ko kasi mostly overview lang talaga, no? It's not as deep as the other channels. Hindi siya 40-50 minute video. Pero yun, I will try as much as possible to give you all the details. Syempre, kasama na yung mga cons dyan, pros and cons, so that you have a solid idea if the product is worth purchasing. Pero ito, not all reviews are complete. Even yung mga in-depth reviews ay hindi kompleto. Simply because sobrang dami talaga ng pwedeng gawin ng isang cellphone at hindi lahat ay mako-covered. That is why you actually need to watch many reviews para malaman talaga kung okay yung produkto or not. It is part of your purchasing journey. Kasi ganito kasi yan guys, no? It will start with this. For example, Honor X9B, nakita nyo kay Kong TV, no? Very promotional. You saw na parang ang cool niya, i-drop, smash, sinagasaan pa siya ng kotse. Wow, no? Ang ganda ng Honor X9B. Then next, nanood ka ng mga reviews sa YouTube. Of course, nakita mo sa akin. Siyempre, pogi-pogi ko, nakanga pa ako. Joke lang. After watching all the reviews, syempre mag-decide ka na kung mag-go forward ka ba with the purchase or not. Pupunta ka ba sa mall to talk with the salespeople? Or baka meron ka mas napupuso ang cellphone, babalik tayo sa taas, baka napanood mo si Ivana, and nakita mo may hawak siyang bagong phone, and the cycle goes on. For me, I'm just one of the people who, want to help you, just want to give value. That's pretty much it. But the question now is, biased ba ako? And the answer is, syempre lahat tayo may personal biases. Mga brands tayong favorite and things like that. Pero ako kasi, I am biased to the value that I give to my audience. Let's say for example, yung mga cellphone na nare-review ko sa channel ko, the reason kung bakit halos lahat sila ay very positive kasi nga yun talaga yung mga phones na handpick ko that I think are the best for my audience, no? Sa sobrang dami mga cellphone na lumalabas ngayon, hindi po lahat ay marireview ko. Also, kapag hindi okay agad yung product, hindi ganun kaganda yung views. So, hindi rin siya worth it. Kasi guys, flash news, mahal po bumili ng isang phone and it's not sustainable. Hindi rin po kaya ng ads lang to be able to sustain this kind of work. May videographer kami binabayaran, editors, there's a whole team, and hindi po kaya talaga i-sustain ng pagbili ng phone every day, every week, just to give you guys the review. And that is why I am imploring you, I'm urging you to watch the other reviewers as well, no? Kasi nga, yung iba talaga binibili talaga nila. And the only way they're gonna be able to sustain it is through your support. Panood nyo sila. Watch till the end. Ganyan po. Subscribe to them. Basta ito yung value na binibigay ko. The value that my channel gives is a fun and entertaining perspective on the product. And people actually find that very valuable kasi nga most ng mga reviews, mga unboxing, ang hirap panoorin. Oo nga, kompleto nga yung sinasabi niya. Very valuable. Pero kasi yung presentation ay, ang hirap i-consume. Ang hirap panoorin. Kailan pa ito matatapos? Tingin sa play bar. Patapos na ba? But for some, it's actually valuable yung mga 30 to 40 minute, minsan nga 1 hour review, di ba? Para lang makover lang lahat ng mga bases. But in reality, sa sobrang daming features ng isang phone, sa sobrang daming apps na pwede mong i-test, hindi siya makakover talaga sa isang review lamang. And there's just so many phones, I can just do very few. Piling-pili lang talaga. Kaya lumalabas na parang puro magaganda lang. Kasi nga, puro magaganda lang talaga yung pinipili ko kadalasan. Because that is what they want to watch. For example, ITEL S23 Plus, no? The first time ever na nagkaroon tayo ng 3D curved display at 7,000 pesos. Nakausap ko po yung country manager ni ITEL and he told me that this phone should have been priced at 11,000 pesos. And so far, siya pa lang po nakabigay ng ganitong klaseng display, ganitong klaseng design, and thinness, and even an impressive selfie camera for the price of 7,000 pesos. Pero ang iba hindi agree sa akin. They still think that this sucks. This is a terrible phone. Pangit daw yung chipset. Ito meron kasi mga tao na sobrang arte sa chipset, no? Kailangan maganda yung chipset. Kailangan maganda yung kanilang specs sa camera. Kailangan naka-Sony IMX. Dapat hindi naka-Samsung, mga ganun.
Huwag kayo iiyak.
So the thing is, no smartphone is perfect. Meron talaga mga target audience yung mga companies, mga brands na yan. And this one is targeting an audience who actually want to have a 3D curved display, an elegant designed back, and might not be looking for a performance chipset smartphone. Pero kanya-kanyang chipset yun nga lang, you have to manage your expectations. Yung iba kasi sinasabi talaga na, ba't ka naman bibili niyan? Ang pangit na specs niyan, pangit yung chipset, ba't hindi ka na mag-Poco F5? Wait lang, ibang-iba na yung presyo nun, no? Nasa 20,000 na yon. Oh, maganda yung chipset, pero kasi hindi po lahat ay may pera. Some of my viewers, ito lang po yung kaya nila. Most of the viewers actually just need something na swak talaga para sa budget nila. And you're definitely right. There are many other phones at this price range na mas okay yung kanyang chipset, pero hindi ganito kaganda yung display. Magko-compromise ka talaga. So you will have to choose which one is the best for you. But for me, and for most of my viewers, definitely, this one is just so much value for the money. Kaya sobrang nagva-viral siya kasi never pa ito nangyari in the history of the Philippines na nagkaroon ng 3D curved display. It's not all about the chipset. For example, si Huawei P60 Pro ko, flagship ni Huawei, Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 lang po siya. But it has the best camera. At ang layo niya sa iPhone ko and kay Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. In terms of color, image quality, upscaling, AI, and naka Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 na siya. Ito nga, nag-away pa kami ng writer ko sa Infinix 034G. Well, siya yung second lang na nagkaroon ng 3D curved display under 10K. Well, ito yung first. Pero kasi yung chipset niya, ganun-ganun lang. Yun naman naka Helio G99 chipset. And also naka Corning Gorilla Glass 5 display siya, taka AMOLED pa. So, pero binase niya yung kanyang rating dun sa kanyang chipset, which is, I feel, is limited yung understanding. Ito magandang picture dyan. Look at this picture. This meme right here. To be able to see the bigger picture, you actually need both of these. Knowledge and money. Kailangan ma-experience mo lahat ng cellphone, which I was able to experience. Ayan po, nakita ko yung buong picture. Yung iba po, ganyan lang po yung makita nila. Only half of the story. Well, actually, hindi naman ako yung first na sinabihan na biased. There are actually much bigger YouTubers than me sa US na sinabihan din na biased sila. MKBHD. And sinabi niya rin yung totoo na he is biased to his views because we are only human. Yun talaga. But are we biased to the brand? No. I am not biased to the brand. I make sure na okay talaga yung review ko. And of course, syempre, may mga bagay talaga na limited. So what I do is ginagawa kong sarcastic. Mapifeel niya, nagiging sarcastic delivery ng review ko. Doon ko lang kasi pwedeng ilabas. No? Kasi nga pagka sinabi ko, basura yan. Pangit. Huwag yung bilhin yan. Ito na lang bilhin nyo, sounds unprofessional. They will not let me review another phone next time pag ganun ako mag-review. Also, part yun ng journey ko. Dati kasi medyo ganun ako mag-review and marami akong brands na kino-cross out or kin-rost out ako. And that's actually the main reason kung bakit hindi na ako naglalagay ng review doon sa title ko. Napansin nyo ba? Walang review. If it's actually a review, I will actually do a review. No? Talagang sinasabi ko talaga lahat, very extensive with benchmarks. But I don't have the resources to make all of these phones or brands. Hindi ko pwedeng piliin lahat, guys, kasi nga limited lang po yung resources. Ito lang po yung team ko. Ito lang po kami. Ito lang po ako. Isa lang po ako. There's just so much coming out. I just can't please everybody. That's why I'm focusing on my strengths. I'm focusing on what I can do as Vince, as Unbox Diaries. And for those who stayed, mabuhay po kayo. If you doesn't like the content, it's totally okay. We have our own preferences.
Hindi, wow.
So ayun, please watch the other contents from other reviewers as well. Huwag titigil po sa akin. Important po sa inyo yan kasi nga it's your money. You need more information regarding your product. I highly suggest you wait for these reviewers to get the product, get their hands on it, review it, if para talaga sa inyo yung produktong iyan. Ito si Sulit Tech Reviews. Guys, ang lupit ng kanyang content. I love the B-rolls. I love how the way he describes, reviews the units. Please watch his stuff. Follow him. Isa pa si Poy Reviews. Ang ganda ng mga B-rolls niya. Ang ganda ng presentation niya. One of the best in terms of presentation I have ever seen in the local scene here in the Philippines. At marami pa yan. So baka hindi mo pa sila napapanood. They're actually right there here on YouTube. But they need more of your support kasi nga tech is a dying thing here on YouTube. Kasi nag-iba na po yung algorithm ngayon. Yung ibang tao kasi guys, hindi na sila masyado nag-YouTube. They're mostly on Facebook now and on TikTok. That's why medyo magastos din kasi si YouTube, no? Wala siyang FB10, yung mga ganun, or TikTok 10 pesos lang. Kailangan mo talaga ng Wi-Fi, no? Or special promo. 50 pesos nga, ubos na yung YouTube ko sa isang araw. So, medyo mahal talaga kapag nanonood ka ng mga YouTube videos. Huge data is needed to watch YouTube videos. So yun, I hope you like this video and thank you so much for still always believing in me, believing in our channel. And I promise to do my best to give you the value that you are looking for. Medyo hirap na talaga yung tech dito sa YouTube, but we will change things. We will help the community. We will survive. And of course, click the subscribe and hit the bell icon para masubaybayan niyo ako, para mag-survive kami. Thank you so much, guys. I love you. Ako si Vince and you're watching Unbox Diaries. Ooh.